Hi there, I'm Shane Spears and welcome to another edition of Summit Scale, beaming out to you from the beautiful city of Bath in the UK. My guest today is Chris Niemeyer. Chris, a very warm welcome. Great to have you on the show.
Hey, Shane. Great to be here. Thanks for the invitation. Looking forward to this.
Brilliant. For those of you that don't know him, Chris if he isn't traveling the world with his wife and 4 young kids or running his businesses from his phone, he's committed to helping other entrepreneurs work on their business instead of it. He owns multiple businesses as a podcaster, confidence coach, and business productivity consultant. And Chris helps people overcome fear, move past their doubts, and gain confidence through his FUD factor, F-U-D, and the 7 C's to confidence course. He also is passionate about helping small business owners discover more time and financial freedom, living a life of adventure, spending more time with loved ones, and operating in your sweet spots can be a reality as Chris teaches you how to automate, delegate, and outsource effectively. Chris loves to travel, has been to 40 plus countries and another 100 on his bucket list. For some strange reason, Chris' interests start with the letter F: faith, family, friends, food, fitness, finance, and far off places. Brilliant, love it. Outside of work, he's likely being tackled by and playing with his 4 young kids, coaching their sports activities, and enjoying family time with his wife, Alicia. Brilliant, Chris. Chris, the title of our interview today is Building a Business That Serves the Life You Want to Live. We've 5 minutes for the interview. If you're ready, I'll start the clock.
Ready, let's do this.
So what's your mindset shift from having a job to owning a business?
Boy, the mindset shift there is a big one. And especially from the job and even the freelancer world, you're looking at all these hats you might have to wear. And as a business owner, you get to create and design the lifestyle you want to live first and foremost, which I'm passionate about. Take even a bigger step back from the job or the business. What's the lifestyle you want to live? And you heard it there in my bio. I mean, I am unashamedly all about my wife and kids and the freedom that we get to have. Yeah. And so then as a business owner, you go into that saying, if this is my family's involvement, what we want to do together, how we want the flow and the rhythm of our life to be, how can I create a business around that? And that's why I'm passionate about figuring out your own awareness, working in your own sweet spots and your strength, and then figuring out what it is that I need to build that business and how to delegate, outsource, eliminate, automate, all those things we talk about in business, but they're so critical if you want to live intentionally as a business owner.
Yeah, brilliant. And how are solopreneurs and freelancers different from business owners and entrepreneurs?
You know, those are the types of people that are wearing all the hats in their business. And I'm sure you maybe have been there as I was starting a business. You know, that solopreneur, you're trying to just do it all, do everything. You're going back to that hat rack, throwing on the marketing and the sales and the finance and all of these. Whereas a business owner really focuses on where do I want to be? And I talk about this idea of your business. Think about it as a multi-story office building. Okay, you've got all these departments on different levels.
Yeah.
Sales is on one, finance, HR, content creation, vision strategy, all on different levels, different floors.
Yeah.
You as the business owner, where do you want to hang out? Where do you want your office to be?
Yeah.
And where do you need to maybe go and take the elevator to visit those different departments, check in on the project every once in a while, check in and say, hey, are we good? Great. I'm going back to where my sweet spot is. You stay.
Yeah.
And when it comes to that in business, you truly have something that's of value, something that can actually be sold and passed on. Whereas most solopreneurs, freelancers, it's only them. They're the bottleneck. When they aren't working, nothing's getting done.
Yeah, brilliant. And how does one go about systemizing their business?
I take the approach of identifying everything you do in your day. Do that for 2 weeks. I've got some tools and strategies that I use with my clients to literally identify where are you spending time on your computer, where are you spending time on your calendar, document that super well, and then find ways to identify those areas where you don't want to be working in as much. That's not in your core sweet spot or your zone of genius or whatever you want to term that many authors have come up with these terms recently. But where do you want to be? And then identifying how can you create a great workflow, a great system? And this is where we go through the process of eliminating, automating, delegating, outsourcing if you don't want to hire or train, but likely it's going to be hiring and training as well.
Yeah. And I know many of us struggle with this whole area of delegation. What are your top recommendations for delegation?
Top recommendations for delegation. Again, I'm going to go back to this. Find out what you don't love. Yeah. Okay. Start there. Start there. There are so many great tools out there in terms of awareness, from the assessments, DISC assessments, or Myers-Briggs, or Enneagram, Colby, but really identifying your strengths, putting it on paper. So many times as entrepreneurs, we're so busy, we keep stuff in our head, and it's like this cluttered garage of just parts. Yeah. We need to throw the parts down there and say, this is what I want to do. This is what I don't want to do.
Yeah. And
this is going to move the business forward. This will help the business survive. And I know there's great people that are brilliant at what these projects, these tasks are about. Yeah. It's probably for a lot less than your own hours are worth. And so identifying that is the first steps toward delegation. And I use different systems and tools. Suiteprocess.com is one I use to collaborate with teams or contractors to build the system and the process.
Right.
And then tools like Asana or Trello are great for project management.
Yep. Brilliant. Yeah. And finally, what are your top tips for listeners on working on the business instead of in it?
On it, not in it. So I like to take this approach of the 1 and 3 year plans. Envision, where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? And what's the path that you want to create to get there? If you can identify that, you'll know where it is you want to work on the business, right? If you are wanting to speak 1 or 3 years from now, but you're not currently speaking, well, there's some strategies, there's some tips, there's some literally conferences or courses you need to go through.
Yeah.
But so many times, again, I get back to, we are so busy as entrepreneurs, as business owners, that we don't take the time to have a journal in front of us, mind map out what that could look like.
Yeah.
And that's truly the benefit that you have. And I also preach having a great regular, whether it's weekly, quarterly, monthly, retreat with yourself.
Right.
Retreat with yourself. Whether that's a half day, a full day, I don't care what you can work in, but really have some time to reflect. How has this past time period been? Where am I going?
Yeah.
And what do I need to do to work on the business? Where did I pull myself back in to working in it too much?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good refresher on, I need to be focused on this path.
Brilliant. Chris, brilliant stuff. Thank you so much. Sadly, we've come to the end of our time. Folks, for more resources, check out Chris's website at www.chrisniemeyer.com. The link will be below the video. Thank you, Chris, so much.
Thank you, Shane.
Thanks for checking out our Summit Scale podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes and subscribe, rate us, and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to learn more about the work we do, or are looking for a load of free resources to help with growing your business, check out our website, www.summitscale.biz.